Welcome everybody to music's biggest night, where the Grammys celebrates the best of all music.
And the Grammy goes to...
The Grammy goes to...
The Grammy goes to...
And the Grammy goes to...
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing? Yeah, so you're all excited? You're all way too excited. I want to start by saying thank you. Truly, thank you. You know, for this pretend Grammy. Because, well, I'm not actually at the Grammys, if you couldn't tell. But the thank you. Y'all are far, far too kind. I want to start by saying, yeah, wow, some of y'all really happy to be here. Some of y'all super excited to be here. Ain't that wonderful? Wow. Yeah. Thank you for this award. I'd like to first and foremost thank God, you know, as we all do, as we all should. I'd like to thank myself, me, and I, of course, for being the only ones who could ever be on this planet to accept this piece of metal. It's truly wonderful. And on that note, I'd like to say, you know, it's wonderful being here at the Grammys, of course, in case you couldn't tell. See all these lovely faces. I'm gonna put this down for a sec. Seeing all these lovely faces in the crowd. Some of y'all. Yeah, nice to see you, thank you. And just, you know, getting to see what a wonderful turnout. Wonderful place to be at, of course. All of you smiling faces and whatnot out here. Glad to see you all. Thank you for showing up and thank you for this. But there's a funny thing about that. You know, the Grammys and the whole idea of being here at the Grammys. Once again, in case you couldn't tell. And that is the fact that it's an award show. But it doesn't quite feel like that, you know? It kind of feels more like a party. I mean, hell, there's been performances all night. There's been people, you know, whining, dining, and having fun with each other, taking photos and whatnot. Kind of like what you do at a normal party, of course. You know, it's all lovely and whatnot. The Grammys feels like a party. Hell, who doesn't love parties? I love parties. But it feels like one of those parties, you know? One of those parties that you don't really get invited to unless you either know somebody or you're friends with somebody or you're a host or some shit like that, or you meet the criteria to fit for somebody who would be even invited to one of these kinds of parties. I mean, I get it. I've been to a couple of parties. I've been to clubs and I've been to places where of course you need some kind of credential to get in. I mean, you know, we get ID'd at bars. We don't want to have an off ratio at a frat party or a house party. You want to make sure everyone who's in this piece knows at least someone, or, you know, has the right intentions for the night, of course. But the thing with the Grammys is that it's one of those kinds of award shows that is all about the credentials. It's a music award show. You know, you have to be fit for the award that they're presenting out. But I find that fucking weird, because it kind of discredits the point of being a musical artist at all. I don't want to shit on anyone who actually absolutely appreciates the Grammys, because you're all here tonight, and I can see there are some beautiful faces out here who truly do appreciate the fact that they won a piece of metal tonight. I mean, a gramophone. Did any of you know it was called a gramophone? You're at the fucking Grammys. Did you know that it was called that? Do you even know what a gramophone is? Congratulations on your award. The thing though is you have to meet these requirements to even get in the building. You know, it's not an open case scenario where you can get a ticket and walk in to see your favorite artist, see me or anyone else, you know, win something that they put their hard time, work, and effort into. Being a fan, you know, what if a fan of mine or someone else wanted to watch me win my award and they wanted to be there to dedicate their time to supporting me? The same way a fan pulls up to a hockey game and gets a ticket to watch their favorite team score the winning goal. We all love that shit, don't we? Even if you don't watch hockey, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? How much time do I got? This thing, see, with that, you don't get to just walk into this building. You have to be somebody to walk into this building. You don't get to just win an award. Of course, it's an award, but you don't get to just sign up to win an award. You have to be nominated to win an award. You can't nominate someone else. And even if you're a random person, as far as I've seen, you don't get to just nominate anyone who you're a fan of. Now, some of these examples make sense, sure. But towards this, a lot of it feels like one of those popular high school parties, you know? You don't get to just get in. You don't get to just be there unless you know somebody or you have something that that person wants. But mind you, while I'm just fucking around and pretending to win a Grammy or an award at that, for the real artists who won Grammys, I'm sure that some of them will agree with me. I'm sure some of them will tell me to sit the fuck down. To all of them I say, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. You won a chunk of metal. Pat yourself on the back. Here's your gold star. And I'll continue with my point. You won an award that tells you that you are the best at music and that you are the reason you are a celebrity. You are the reason why you're famous right now. Because a fucking gramophone told you so. An event set up by someone you don't even know decided you're now famous or you deserve this because you made a couple of hit albums. Why is that the case? And towards that, why the fuck should I care? Why the fuck should I care that I won this pretend award? Why the fuck should this mean anything to me? As a person a part of the music industry, as someone who's considered a rock star, or an artist at that if you don't personally consider me a rock star, why the fuck should I care that you won a Grammy? Or a Juno? Or a Golden Globe? Or one of those astronaut thingies? Or any of the other ones? Why should I care? I don't. Why should you care about my speech? You shouldn't. But if you do and you've continued to listen this far, thank you. And you'll hear the rest of why this is important. The reason this is important is because it denounces everything that me, you, y'all, and everyone else who's put their fucking hard work and effort into doing as an artist, as someone who's created something to share to the world, has done with their lives. There are legendary artists who've never won a fucking Grammy, who've never won a fucking award in their lifetime. You know why that is? Because they're fucking dead. Or otherwise. They didn't get the chance to win a Grammy because it wasn't around during their time, or, you know, they just didn't get the chance before something happened to them. Hell, I may never actually win a Grammy in my time. But does that make me, or any of those legendary artists, anything less than what they are? No. No, it fucking doesn't. You, out there in the crowd, are you any less than me or anyone else who wins a Grammy? I've won mine tonight. Pretend this is a Grammy. But no, seriously, are you any less than your favorite artist who won a Grammy at this year's award show? Or anyone who performed at the Grammys? Or anyone who got to sat at a fancy table at the Grammys? Are you any less than them? No. The answer is no. Award shows like that are great to say that someone won something. Sure, they're a little extra special for 24 hours in a day. Congratulations. You all deserve it. But the thing about that is, again, it denounces everyone who's actually put in an effort to be just as great, if not greater than the person who won a Grammy is and deserves an effort. There are some artists that I know that personally have never won a Grammy or have come close to winning Grammys multiple years in a row. There's artists like me who may never actually get the chance in a lifetime to win a Grammy. That's fine. That's fine. That's not the entire point of this. I'm not being totally petty about this. I'm a little bit, don't get me wrong, I'm a little bit petty about this. I won't be completely non-biased. I'm a little biased. But that fucking sucks. You know, I'll never get to watch a Grammy. I may never get to go to the Grammys. I may never get to win an award, period, for the work that I've put in for my art. And because of that, I'm now considered less than another artist. No, that's not what matters. You're an accomplished artist if you've been someone who's won anything. You're an accomplished artist if you've been someone who's sold anything. You're an accomplished artist the moment you put your song onto streaming platforms. You're an accomplished artist the moment you get your song heard by one person. Whether it's a family member, whether it's your best friend, whether it's a random stranger online. The moment you get your song heard, you can consider that a win. The moment you get your first platinum plaque, that's an award worth something. The moment you get your first paycheck, that is an award worth something. The moment you can say you are financially stable off the music that you make. Fuck it, not even just music. The videos you put out to the world, the clothing that you make, the paintings that you sell. You are someone who is now successful and deserves all of that credit. Not a fucking piece of metal that tells you great job. Okay? You are a successful artist the moment you consider yourself a successful artist. And hell, while we're at it, to everyone who even isn't an artist, to anyone who's, going about their day, you are successful the moment you've decided you wanted to do something with your life that you are passionate about and something that you consider is something that you've been striving for and chasing after. Then you are someone who is successful. I may never get to give this speech at a Grammys, so I'm giving it to you now with my fake Grammys to let you know it doesn't fucking matter whether this gets 1 view on YouTube or this gets multiple views because someone decided they care enough to share this around and agrees with my opinion. Again, it's an opinion. The Grammys aren't going anywhere, nor is anyone famous possibly going to see this. But if they do, some of them might agree, some might say, fuck you, sit down. And towards that, I still say, fuck you, I don't care. My point stays the same. You are not better than me because you've won an award. Nor is anybody else better than anybody else. The only thing that makes you better than someone else is the fact that you went after that which you wanted to achieve. If that happened to be the Grammy, congratulations. But you would have never gotten that Grammy in the first place if you did not chase after that thing that you wanted the most. We would not have a Grammys in the first place if it wasn't for someone who decided they wanted to make something, to create something, to choose to do something with themselves. Don't forget that. I have 1,000 more words that I would like to say about this, but I feel that it will not be noticed, and I feel that it'll probably get a little bit boring after this with me just ranting on. So, thank you. I appreciate you, all of you, truly. And to my fans out there who are actually fans of me, to people who are watching me and care and support me, thank you. I mean that truly. Y'all are everything to me, other than me doing this for myself. And will always do this for myself. For everyone who is out there, who is someone who will come to my future shows, who is someone who will actually support me over all my social medias, listen to my music, watch my videos, or care about me in any of the slightest of ways, thank you. I appreciate the hell out of you, and I'm glad you exist. Because without you, I wouldn't have a reason to make this any further. So thank you.
Okay, turn me on. Okay, now I'm on. Okay, roll the clip. Okay, new launch. Okay, hit the lights. Damn, it's kinda bright. Where we going tonight?